I got one question before we leave. You are the most requested JAXXON podcast guest. The most requested guest. Our JAXXON podcast Discord has been going through the roof with your name. They want to hear from you. They want to know what you want to say about the Eraser. One of our favorite guests, Paul Acosta, he's been on twice. They love Rampage. They love whether he dressed like a Twizzler or a Red Vine. It doesn't matter. They love him, right? Sometimes he looks like a, big, the little cinnamon gum, the big red. We really do love you. And you know what? I want to tell you something before I ask him this question. You need to start opening up a little bit more because these messages are very, very, very inspiring to kids who sometimes don't have the right guy listening to them. And there's a lot of kids who look up to you. And if you can just have the strength to talk about things that you think might be looked at differently, regardless of how people look at you, that's what God loves the most. And I feel like today you did that because sometimes you hold back. You do have a lot of good insight.
No, he asked a question for those who have an ear. Let them hear it.
No, but it's amazing. And I think that's one of the greatest strengths, to be able to talk freely like that and be vulnerable and speak in God's name in good light. That's what people love. Last question we have. You're Brazilian. We want to know your Mount Rushmore. Who are your favorite Brazilian fighters of all time? And then we're going to wrap this up.
Oh, man, I'm going Vitor Belfort for sure.
The greatest UFC fighter of all time from Brazil?
Yeah, for me, man. Like we was talking about, he was a pioneer, and everything he did, he was so long in the journey and opened the way for not just for the Brazilians and for so many fighters, and he passing through generations, and he's a man of God, like I said, and he inspired me too much. He inspired me a lot. He, all his knowledge he shared with me, and it's not just because I know him personal, but I know his story. I know what he did. So for me, it's go right out the cage, not just a fighter, but as a personal. And I love all the Brazilian fighter, Anderson Silva for sure. But for me, I'm going to Vitor Belfort.
I agree with you 100%. If I didn't know Vitor and if he wasn't the partner and stuff like you said, I would say Pele.
Man. Man. Pele, Macaco. If you go, then you'll go. Pele and Macaco, the challenge, man.
Legendary. Yeah, but I agree with you 100% with Vitor.
Yeah, but I'm going to go Vitor because he opened the way, not just in Brazil national, but it was international.
Yeah.
He's a guy, He inspired me in a way, like speaking English fluent. He's very smart, studying a lot. He never stopped to study, training. He do his man. You see, his children, his son David, and his daughter. So he not just did for himself, but you see in his family because that the through. The tree by the fruits. So. That's what
I think he's a genius too. I know
he had.
Yeah, and he invented some new boxing gloves.
Yeah. It's a Belfort lifestyle.
Yeah. He's a genius.
Yeah. Davi's a monster. He's a quarterback. I've been watching him play throughout high school. He's a monster quarterback. Vitor did an amazing job raising that kid. The kid's so grounded, so smart. One thing, if people don't know fighters, they need to go watch fighters when they're not fighting. And then you'll really learn something about fighters. Because every fighter I know is, not every fighter, but a lot of the ones we have here on the podcast are like yourself. They're humble, they're respectful. They show light to the icons and the people who paved the way before them. Not every sport has that. The hierarchy of respecting fighters and people who came before you.
Yeah,
so I think because a lot of fighters, we are a lot alike in a lot of ways. Because it takes a special human being to do this job. I think MMA is the hardest sport on the planet.
It is. Like I always said to my friends, we do for the people fight each other is the like the highest situation. They go to war. Yeah. You see the war. Yeah. We do this for fun. We do this for like as a job. It's hard, man.
Yeah.